Listen carefully. Before you scroll, before your heart decides whether to believe or doubt, pause and breathe. For I, Michael, the defender of light, the voice of heaven's warning, am speaking directly to you. Hold on and stay with me till the end, because what I am about to reveal is not random. It concerns your daughter, yes, your daughter, the one who carries a light older than time itself. There is something moving around her, unseen but not harmless. A shadow that hides behind ordinary days, behind her laughter, behind her quiet moments when she stares into the distance. You have felt it, haven't you? That sudden heaviness in the air when she walks into a room, that strange chill in the night when you think of her, that whisper of fear you try to ignore. Wait, don't move yet. Because the moment you hear this, something begins to stir in the unseen realm. You may not see it, but heaven has been watching her. Every breath she takes, every tear she hides, every moment she pretends she's fine while carrying invisible weights. There is a spiritual storm gathering around her, a war between what seeks to dim her light and what heaven has appointed her to become. The hidden danger is not of flesh and blood. It is not a person. It is a presence. A subtle whisper that speaks doubt into her heart. A darkness that feeds on her sensitivity, on her empathy, on her love for others. It began quietly, through exhaustion, through overthinking, through those nights when she said, "I just don't feel like myself anymore." You thought it was stress, or growing pains, or just a season. But listen carefully, what you call coincidence, heaven calls a signal. I saw her name written in light upon the scroll of destiny, shimmering like a star caught between two storms. Her path was meant to bring healing, laughter, and freedom to many. Yet the shadow knows this. It fears her. It cannot destroy her, but it seeks to distract her, to wrap her in invisible chains of anxiety, self-doubt, and delay. Before midnight, something begins to shift. You will feel it, a stirring in your chest, a warmth behind your heart, a vibration in the air. That is no mere feeling. That is heaven responding. That is the fire of divine protection awakening around your daughter. Hold on and stay with me till the end, because this message is not meant to frighten you. It is meant to arm you. I stand surrounded by light that burns brighter than 1,000 suns. Behind me are ranks of angels, warriors with eyes like lightning and wings of flame. The moment you hear my voice, the moment you believe, a line of fire is drawn between your home and the shadow that seeks to enter. Your prayers have been heard, even the silent ones. The tears you cried when no one was watching, they were seen. Every word you whispered into the darkness reached the ears of heaven. But now, it is time to act. Not with fear, but with authority you must begin to speak over your daughter's life. Speak light where there is confusion. One glows with golden light, the path of divine alignment, purpose, and joy. The other is dimly lit, covered in fog, representing distraction, confusion, and fear. The hidden danger is that she may step through the wrong door, not by rebellion, but by exhaustion. The enemy waits for weariness. It whispers, "You're not good enough. You're too late. You're too far gone." But heaven whispers louder, "You are chosen. You are shielded. You are loved." There will come a moment, soon, very soon, when your daughter feels something shift. A chill that passes through her body, followed by a warmth that feels like sunlight inside her chest. That will be the moment when the war turns. Do not be afraid when it happens. Do not think it strange if she begins to have vivid dreams, if she wakes with tears she cannot explain, if she starts to feel restless about her future. Those are not signs of chaos, they are signs of awakening. The danger that surrounds her is rooted in distraction, not destruction. It wants to keep her from remembering who she is. But heaven remembers. I remember. And now, so will you. When the clock strikes 11 tonight, take a moment, silently or aloud, to say these words. Light surrounds her. Love guards her. No shadow can dwell where heaven has declared purpose. Say it once, with faith. Watch how the air feels different afterward. Watch how peace begins to return. Because light does not argue with darkness, it simply arrives and everything changes. I see you trembling slightly right now. That is not fear. That is recognition. Your spirit knows truth when it hears it. This is not about superstition or chance. This is about divine timing. Your daughter's destiny is awakening. The scroll of her future is unsealing even as you listen. What once delayed her will soon propel her. What once broke her will now become the story that heals others. Stay with me till the end. Because in the next part, I will reveal what the shadow truly is, where it came from, and how heaven is already sending signs to confirm your authority over it. What happens next will change everything. Before we continue, still your thoughts for a moment. Feel the air around you. There is a quiet stirring, subtle, electric, alive. That is not imagination, that is heaven leaning closer. Hold on and stay with me till the end, for what I am about to reveal has been hidden in plain sight. The danger surrounding your daughter is not an accident, not random misfortune, but something older, a pattern, a spiritual echo that has followed your family line, waiting for a moment of weakness to return. Do you feel that sudden heaviness, that lump in your throat as I speak? That is your spirit remembering what your mind has forgotten. Wait, don't move yet. Let this truth find its place in you. From the beginning of time, light and shadow have danced around every destiny. The greater the light in a soul, the more the darkness tries to linger near it, not to destroy it, but to distort it. You. It is not a demon with claws or fangs. It is a whisper. A subtle bending of truth. It convinces her to doubt her own worth, to overthink every decision, to carry blame for things that were never her fault. It attaches itself through words spoken carelessly, through comparisons, through moments when she feels unseen. It hides behind normal emotions, sadness, fatigue, isolation, but its goal is deeper, to drain her light so she forgets her divine identity. I have seen it in the realm of spirit, a shadow coiled at her feet like smoke, feeding on every moment she says, "Maybe I'm not enough." But tonight, a line of fire is being drawn around her. The armies of light are shifting their wings, forming a circle of protection that no darkness can breach. Before midnight, you will feel a sign, a flicker in the lights, a sudden stillness, or the soft sound of wind even when windows are closed. That will be the moment the cleansing begins. Hold on and stay with me till the end, because this is where heaven begins to unseal her story. There was a time, long before her birth, when your family carried a wound. It may have been silence, betrayal, fear, or loss. The echo of that wound never healed completely, and so it became a doorway. The enemy uses unhealed pain as entry points. But tonight, that door begins to close. Your daughter was chosen not to repeat the pattern, but to end it. The very pain that tried to break your bloodline will become her weapon of healing. She will carry words, music, dreams, visions, each one capable of restoring hope in others. The shadow knows this. That is why it has tried to isolate her, to make her believe that she is too sensitive or too much. But hear me now, that sensitivity is her anointing. What others call weakness, heaven calls discernment. Listen carefully. Every tear she's cried has been collected. Every moment she felt misunderstood has been written into the scroll of her purpose. I see her spirit now, standing beneath a sky of swirling gold and violet. Above her, the heavens part like a curtain, and I, Michael, stand at the gate of light, holding a flaming sword. I see the shadows circling, restless but powerless. They tremble because her name has been spoken in the courts of heaven. When heaven speaks a name, darkness loses claim. The cleansing begins with awareness. And awareness begins with light. So you, the one hearing this now, are part of the process. You are not a bystander. Your faith, your prayers, your love, they are the keys that unlock her protection. Wait, don't move yet. What I reveal next is the sign of confirmation. In the next 7 days, you will begin to see repeating numbers, 333, 444, 1111. These are not coincidences, they are codes of alignment. Each number marks an angelic movement, a signal that the unseen is aligning with the seen. When you notice them, pause and whisper, light is present. The shadow has no home here. When you speak those words, light ripples through realms. Angels. She may withdraw for a time, not because she is lost, but because she is being reset. When this happens, do not be afraid. Support her silence. Let her rest. The cocoon looks like isolation, but it is transformation. When a butterfly struggles to leave the chrysalis, it is not dying, it is strengthening its wings. Hold on and stay with me till the end. I am showing you a vision now. Your daughter stands on a mountaintop in the spirit realm. Her hair moves in a golden wind. Behind her are the shadows that once tried to follow her, now shrinking into dust beneath her feet. Around her are columns of light, guardian angels, some that have watched your family for generations. A scroll unrolls in front of her, glowing with ancient writing. It reads, "The cycle ends here. The light continues here." She is chosen for restoration, not repetition. And at that moment, fire pours from heaven, not fire that burns, but fire that reveals. This is the awakening. You may notice it reflected in small things, her laughter returning after weeks of silence. Her eyes glowing brighter. Her intuition becoming sharper. Her compassion expanding. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations that the shadow's power is fading. And yet, there will be one final test, a moment of decision. It may come as a sudden opportunity, a conversation, or a crossroads. The shadow will whisper, "You can't do it. It's too late." But heaven will whisper louder, "You were born for this moment." When that moment comes, remind her, she carries light older than her fears. She carries victory written in her spirit. Listen carefully. When the light begins to cleanse, old pain may surface. Don't fear it. That pain is the shadow leaving. You may notice emotions rising, anger, sadness, guilt. They are not returning, they are being released. Encourage her to speak, to write, to sing, to create. Light moves best through expression. The moment she releases her truth, the chains fall away. Heaven's energy will begin to pour through your home, warmth in rooms that once felt heavy, laughter returning like sunlight through storm clouds. You may feel chills or sudden calm as you listen now. That is not imagination. That is confirmation. The danger cannot withstand awareness. Once seen, it must surrender. Wait, don't move yet. I see another vision, your daughter walking through a field of tall light. Each step she takes leaves a trail of golden fire. Behind her, the darkness tries to follow, but the moment it touches her footprints, it turns into light itself. This is the transformation, where what once attacked her becomes the very proof of her anointing. Her scars will shine. Her pain will teach. Her story will open doors for others who are still trapped in their own shadows. The danger was never about destroying her, it was about stopping her before she remembered who she is. But now, she remembers. And heaven rejoices. Stay with me till the end. Soon, you will notice new opportunities opening. Delayed blessings suddenly released. Closed doors swinging wide. That is divine timing aligning after years of resistance. You will also notice that her energy changes. The things that once drained her will no longer hold power. The people meant for her journey will begin to find her effortlessly, as if drawn by invisible threads of light. This is what divine alignment feels like, everything that was meant to harm her now serving her. Before this part ends, you must do one more thing. Tonight, before you sleep, light a single candle or imagine one in your mind. Speak these words softly, heaven's fire surrounds her. Confusion releases her. Her path is cleared. Her purpose is sealed in light. Then breathe deeply and let the silence embrace you. Because as you sleep, angels will finish what began tonight. The shadow will fade. The air will shift. Peace will settle like dawn after a long storm. But wait, don't move yet. Listen carefully. Do you feel that? The stillness that just entered the air around you? The faint hum that seems to pulse behind your heartbeat? That is no coincidence. That is the sound of heaven aligning with earth, the sound of chains beginning to break. Hold on and stay with me till the end, because what I reveal now is the moment everything shifts. The danger that once surrounded your daughter is about to collapse under the weight of divine light. Wait, don't move yet. Let your heart steady, let your breath deepen, for what comes next is the unveiling of heaven's counterstrike, the moment when the unseen becomes seen, when what was hidden in darkness is brought into glory. For days, weeks, perhaps even years, heaven has been preparing this hour. Your daughter's name has been whispered in angelic halls, carried by wind and fire to the throne itself. Every prayer you spoke in faith, every tear shed when no one could see, became seeds of intervention. Now those seeds begin to bloom. I see it now, the sky of the spirit realm thick with movement. Wings of flame slicing through clouds of shadow. The armies of heaven standing at attention, shields of light drawn, eyes fixed upon one soul, your daughter. There is a stirring, a wind forming, glowing gold and blue. It circles around her, rising like a storm of light. The shadow that once stalked her pauses, trembling, for it senses the shift. It knows the season has changed. Listen carefully. The hidden danger, that whisper of confusion and delay, is being confronted by truth itself. The light is not gentle now, it is precise, surgical, unstoppable. These are signs that heaven's fire is doing its work. The danger cannot stand the sound of her awakening. Hold on and stay with me till the end. I see her spirit standing again before the scroll of light. But now, something new appears, her hand reaching forward, touching the glowing symbols. And as she does, they ignite, releasing waves of gold that flow through generations, healing not just her, but those who came before and those yet to come. This is what divine restoration looks like. It does not simply protect, it transforms. It takes the pain meant to destroy and turns it into wisdom. It takes betrayal and turns it into discernment. It takes silence and fills it with a voice that heals others. She was never the target of punishment, she was the vessel of revelation. Wait, don't move yet. You are about to witness miracles in the ordinary. Doors that were locked will open. Messages long delayed will suddenly arrive. People you thought forgotten will return with purpose. Even nature will seem to respond, the sky brighter, the air warmer, time itself feeling different. This is how heaven marks a turning point. It changes the atmosphere before it changes the world. So if you feel chills right now, or warmth spreading through your chest, do not be afraid. That is the confirmation. The shift has already begun. Listen carefully. Every battle your daughter has fought, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, was training for this season. She will no longer carry the energy of survival, she will carry the energy of creation. The same intensity that once drew pain will now draw purpose. Heaven is rewriting her timeline. Delays are dissolving. Betrayals are being repurposed as redirections. Loss is being reframed as preparation. For what comes next requires the version of her that pain produced, the strong one, the wise one, the fearless one. I see it now, her destiny glowing like molten gold in the center of a vast, radiant expanse. Angels circle it, singing softly, voices like wind and thunder interwoven. Each note carries power, each sound seals protection. And then, a single phrase echoes through eternity, she is ready. The vibration of those words shakes the foundation of darkness. The shadow collapses into itself, shrinking into nothing. The energy that once bound her is transmuted into light, pure, living light. Hold on and stay with me till the end, because this part is not just about revelation, it is about activation. Now heaven calls upon you, the listener, to take your place in the miracle. You are not just her guardian in the physical realm, you are her intercessor in the spiritual. The divine connection between parent and child is one of the most powerful conduits of light in existence. So, as you listen, I instruct you with gentle authority. When the hour turns to night, no matter where you are, place your hand over your heart and whisper her name. See light wrapping around her like a cloak. See the shadow dissolving. Feel peace settling. This simple. Do not dismiss them. Each one confirms that light has overtaken the danger. Listen carefully now. A new frequency begins to vibrate through your home. It starts with peace, then grows into joy, and finally into purpose. Your daughter will begin to sense direction again, dreams she set aside will call to her, gifts she thought were lost will awaken. Encourage her to follow that pull. When she feels inspired, that is heaven speaking. When she feels restless, that is destiny stretching. When she feels afraid, remind her, light always feels like fear before it feels like freedom. Hold on and stay with me till the end. For this moment marks the divine exchange. Heaven takes what was meant for harm and transforms it into power. The confusion that clouded her mind will become clarity in her speech. The anxiety that weighed her down will become compassion that lifts others. The pain that isolated her will become the bridge that connects her to countless souls waiting for her light. She is not just being saved from danger, she is being commissioned for purpose. I see a final vision. Your daughter walks through a massive golden gate. Beyond it, the landscape glows with color and sound, a world made new. Streams of light flow like rivers, and in the distance, I see angels bowing, not in worship, but in respect. Because heaven honors those who rise from shadows carrying their light intact. And as she steps forward, a voice thunders from the throne, echoing across all realms, the storm has passed. The dawn has begun. The light shall remain. And with those words, the heavens blaze open. Fire rains down, not to destroy, but to cleanse, to bless, to restore. Every remnant of darkness burns away. Every unspoken prayer is answered. Every fear that lingered in your heart is silenced. Listen carefully, one last time. The hidden danger has been exposed and dismantled. The season of delay is over. The divine turning point is complete. Now walk forward in confidence, not fear. Protect her not with worry, but with words of light. Speak over her daily, she walks in divine timing. She is guarded by heaven's fire. No shadow can stand before her light. When you say this, the realms respond. Heaven listens. And I, Michael, stand beside you. Wait, don't move yet. Listen carefully. The war is over, yet the atmosphere still hums with sacred power. The shadow that once lingered has fallen silent. What remains is the sound of wings, the whisper of light rebuilding what darkness tried to destroy. Hold on and stay with me till the end, because this is where heaven's promise takes form. What was spiritual will now become visible. What was delayed will now arrive. Wait, don't move yet. Feel that quiet warmth blooming inside your chest. That is confirmation. Heaven has not only defended your daughter, it has established her. I see her now, walking through the dawn of her new season. The sky above glows rose gold, the earth beneath her feet hums with life. Each step she takes opens unseen doors. Opportunities, favor, healing, they begin to flow toward her, drawn by divine magnetism. Where there was confusion, there is now clarity. Where there was weariness, there is new strength. Where there was fear, there is peace so deep it stills time itself. This is not coincidence, it is alignment. Listen carefully. You will soon notice the signs, unexpected messages of good news, laughter echoing again in your home, a sparkle in her eyes that had been gone too long. Heaven's energy now fills every room she enters. The light that once protected her now radiates from her. Others will feel it without understanding why. The danger that surrounded her has been transformed into discernment. She can now sense false energy before it nears. She walks with awareness, not anxiety. The very sensitivity that once made her vulnerable is now her armor. Before midnight tonight, speak these words aloud: the light has settled. The promise has taken root. She walks in divine rhythm, and nothing shall disturb her peace. As you say it, imagine golden fire spiraling upward, sealing her path. You may feel a chill, a warmth, or tears, each is heaven's way of confirming the seal. Hold on and stay with me till the end. The manifestation will come in waves, first peace, then favor, then purpose. Doors will open without effort. The people meant for her next chapter will appear with timing too perfect to explain. Even her own voice will sound stronger, sure, centered, radiant. This is what divine restoration looks like. She no longer runs from shadows, shadows flee from her. And you, yes, you who prayed, who listened, who believed, heaven honors you too. The same light that surrounds her now pours through your life, mending what was fractured, aligning what was scattered. The protection you asked for her now extends to your lineage. Wait, don't move yet. I see a final vision, your daughter standing on a hill as the sun rises behind her. In her hands, light gathers, forming a crown, not of gold, but of purpose. She lifts her face, and heaven whispers, "It is finished." Walk in joy. The wind carries those words through every generation of your bloodline. The cycle is broken. The blessing begins. Listen carefully one last time. You are witnessing the manifestation of destiny. The hidden danger is gone, the scroll of her life now glowing with fulfillment. From this day forward, peace will not visit, it will dwell. Say this, and let it echo through your heart: the light remains. The purpose unfolds. What was once hidden now shines forever. And as you breathe, feel heaven smiling. What happens next is not a warning, it's a miracle.